Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony with Doris Burke reporting on the sidelines. For the Portland Trailblazers, they come in off a good outing against the New Orleans Pelicans.
And offensively, everything they did seemed to just come together beautifully. They threw a lot of things at the wall, and most of it stuck.
Yeah, it did stick in high-quality fashion, too. I mean, a multifaceted approach like that takes a really sophisticated, locked-in defense to stop it. That certainly wasn't the case that day.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Lillard at the point with C.J. McCollum playing the 2. Embiid is out there with Davis, and it's Parsons in at the 3 slot.
There's not a lot you can say that hasn't been said before about his skill at the charity stripe.
Now here's Bledsoe. No good. Some solid defense from Lillard.
Tell you what, guys, it was a bit of a mixed bag for Eric Bledsoe last season. Average career highs in rebounds and assists. Those were the good parts. But for some reason, the field goal and three-point percentages dropped 30-plus points.
Chandler with the screen on Lillard. Bledsoe kicks it to Tucker. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Tucker's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Davis sets a screen. Lillard against Bledsoe. Lillard dishes to Embiid. 6 on the shot clock. Nobody near Lillard. Misses off the left iron.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You've got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Now here's McCollum. After Markieff Morris's miss, Parsons outside. The three-pointer, no good.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
Better to be lucky than good sometimes. Fortunately, they didn't get burned on that one.
Good.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
Now here's Bledsoe. He had 10 points in the win against Dallas. Morris a screen. From deep, and it's good. Morris has got his first 3 points of the game.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Here's Lillard against New Orleans, who is really on his game. Here's Booker. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Portland no good that time either.
The shots aren't dropping yet. They've missed 4 of their first 5 shots.
Bledsoe passes to Tucker. Portland grabs the miss.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
And the basket by Lillard.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Bledsoe against Lillard. Bledsoe outside. He dishes it to Morris. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call.
A chance here, Kevin, to check out how the Trailblazers ranked in the NBA last season. First in free throw percentage. Second in rebounding. And they were top 10 in opponent field goal percentage. That's a good indicator of a team getting it done defensively.
And don't forget how special they were at the foul line. Sometimes that can be an underrated stat, but they were tremendous and it definitely seals some wins down the stretch.
Here is Bledsoe. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Pass to Booker. He kicks to Morris. He feeds it to Booker. Now here's Tucker, covered by Parsons. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Morris, no good.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Lillard from outside. Shot is no good, and Phoenix will come the other way. I want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
You know, they played well enough to win, but to be honest with you, I just felt like their opponent's defensive performance was shaky at best.
Yeah, I'd go along with that, Greg. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard for it as they should have.
Last season, Portland won the Northwest Division and had a good year, certainly, but they had some issues when they were the away team on the road and away from the Rose Garden. They had some problems.
Yeah, actually played under 500 on the road, Kevin. Something you rarely see out of a team that wins 51 games.
Portland trailing here. Embiid with a screen on Bledsoe. Lillard against Bledsoe. Here's Davis. Good work defensively by Morris.
And as you said with the Blazers, they were the only team to win 50 games and still lose more than they won on the road. Last team to do that was the 2013 Denver Nuggets.
Now, here is Morris. He had 13 points in the win against Dallas.
And he was also a big factor for them defensively. I think he tallied 4 blocks in the game.
The defender was spinning around like an agitator in a washing machine after that crossover.
I think you're right. Looks a little bit dizzy after that one.
And we saw a similar first-round exit for the Blazers of that 2013 Nuggets team. If the Blazers want to go deeper this season, they'll need to be much tougher on the road.
Now Bledsoe, following the miss by Chandler Parsons from deep. Outside for Bledsoe. Off target with his 3.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
Trailblazers trail by 5. Here's Lillard. And it's Eric Bledsoe with the rebound.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Morris kicks to Bledsoe. Here's the teardrop. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Now, here's Lillard, and he gets that one to go off the front iron. Lillard's got 9 points.
Don't take your eyes off of him because he can make plays from multiple spots on the floor. Put the isolated cam on him.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. And the Suns with a completely new group on the floor. And then for the Trailblazers, Sanders checked in for Embiid. Noah Vonleh comes in for Davis. And it's Aminu in for Parsons. Knight against Lillard. Knight on the wing. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Dallas.
And also his assist total tells you about the job he did of keeping his head up and keeping his teammates involved. And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
Kicks it to Len. And the rejection by Sanders. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Now, here's Aminu. He's guarded closely. Dishes it to McCollum. Out to the right wing. Knight against Lillard. 5 on the clock. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skills as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Boy, that's a nice surge for them just when they needed it. in a game that was so tight.
Weems, Aminu grabs the miss. Portland's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first.
And on the bench for the Suns is Jeff Hornacek, probably one of the tougher coaches in the league. He'll bend your ear if you make mental error.
And Vonleh the bucket on the assist by Lillard.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top.
Glenn, a screen. Here's Knight. The putback, and it's Portland with the rebound. And here are the Blazers. They've got an 8-0 run. There's the pick. Lillard attacking. Here's Aminu. And it's off from three-point range. And for Coach Hornacek, Greg, you learned from one of the toughest coaches as a player. You know, several trips to the finals. And you know this guy well, Clark. Jerry Sloan was the guy that molded Jeff Hornacek.
One of the outstanding coaches in the history of the NBA, Jerry Sloan. Although Hornacek saw all that success in Utah, this is a homecoming job for him because he started his career in Phoenix.
Now, here's Warren. After the miss from Damian Lillard, it's Knight with the drive, and too long on the shot.
And that's a well-contested shot.
Well, we've seen him before. He does not allow you to just get easy baskets. He's always going to make you work for it.
Now, here's Lillard. 11 points in the game, and a wide-open look for Sanders. And the three off target.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And the basket good. And there's a minute 45 left in the first quarter. Now here's Lillard. From downtown. Lillard again missing.
And not a night he's going to want to remember. Just not really able to score the basketball.
They get it again. Goes up again. And Knight lays it in. Knight's got 6.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Lillard against Knight. And Lillard kicks to Aminu. Passes it to Sanders. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
How about the concentration? He gets hit but stays with the play and gets the finish.
Innovation and improvisation right there, Greg. Finding a way to get that shot to fall after taking the contact.
Myers Leonard, he's checked in for Vonleh. Now, here's Aminu. Brandon Knight missing his last shot. Lillard up top, guarded by Len. Got a hand on it. And Phoenix pushing it up now. Knight leading the charge, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
Well, T.J. Warren had a very interesting start to his NBA career. Spent most of the first half in the D-League. In the second half, Clark, he finally got some minutes and really provided a spark.
Yeah, you know, he doesn't have great range on his jumper right now, and he's not an elite ball handler, but he's one of the best cutters in the game. Moves well without the ball, so I think his future is bright nonetheless.
Here's Weems. He's coming off a 13-point game against Dallas. Morris a screen. Bledsoe dishes to Morris. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. 9 points for Markieff Morris.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist number. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this. And guys, C.J. McCollum is a scoring-minded combo guard out of Lehigh. He's taken with the 10th pick back in 2013 and still looking to make a big impact in the NBA.
And Phoenix making a change here. Booker's checked in. Well, McCollum has struggled with injury. He's broken a bone in each of the last 3 seasons, dating back to college at Lehigh.
Yeah, and if he can stay healthy, I think he's got a bright future. He had a broken finger last season, and he broke his foot twice in the seasons prior, Kevin, just to embellish the injury situation. But he's got some ability.
It's deflected to the inside. Leonard, and he slams it one-handed.
And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And Greg, they do need to get going, but they wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense keeps giving up easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long.
Bledsoe outside to the left side wing. Morris inside. Covered by Lillard. That's good. And 11 points for Markieff Morris.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
McCollum kicks to Lillard. Leonard with the screen on Bledsoe. Three-pointer, Lillard. Offensive rebound.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
Now here's McCollum, defended by Booker. Yep, it goes in, and the Suns' lead is cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from McCollum.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3. And that sends Eric Bledsoe to the free throw line. It's on Damian Lillard. A different look now for Portland. Vonleh comes in for Leonard. Davis is subbed in for Al-Farouq Aminu. Lillard from outside. Davis kicks to Vonleh. And it's Bledsoe off the drive. No luck. Trailblazers trail by 10. Cullen passes to Lillard. He's got a clear path. A nice shot by Booker. Booker's got his 3rd basket of the night. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for Phoenix?
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also, how about the fact defensively they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
Usually, if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Portland no good that time either. Suns leading by 12. Bledsoe with it. Lillard picks him up. And it's Bledsoe off the drive. And Davis sends it back. Nobody near Parsons. Trailblazers keep it alive. Vonleh kicks to McCollum. Parsons for 3. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make, he is 1 for 4.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They've got to get more intense.
Now the dish to Morris. With the fadeaway. And it's Portland with the rebound. Vonleh's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Parsons attacking. Out left to the wing. And here's McCollum for 3. No luck. And Phoenix will come the other way. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Portland.
And they lost the season series against this squad last year, so trying to bounce back here tonight.
Yeah, and 2 mid-tier teams trying to get a leg up in the conference, guys. We'll see what happens.
And one thing that Phoenix had for them last season was depth. A very good bench, and they provided a good scoring punch when called upon.
Embiid, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Suns leading by 9. Bledsoe outside. Here's Chandler. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
You know, there was a time when some thought Tyson Chandler would be a draft bust. But, you know, it took some time before he found his niche and has been one of the best bigs in the NBA for the span of his career. You know, that shows you also when you draft guys out of high school, they're going to need a couple more years to really define who they are as players.
Embiid, no good.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Morris into the lane. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Bledsoe's got his 7th assist here tonight.
What a passing display he has put on here tonight.
Yeah, he's spoiling us, Greg. I mean, there's just another fantastic dime dropped right there. That one certainly should make the highlight reel.
McCollum dishes to Davis. 13 feet away. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession.
And now a look at Eric Bledsoe. He had a strong showing last season. He averaged about 17 points a game last year, 6 assists and 5 rebounds. Night in and night out, he's their #1 option offensively.
That's why he leads the team in scoring. Almost every play feels like it runs through him. Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
Six to shoot. Back to Chandler. Wide open shot is on the money. Chandler's got his first 2 points of the night. Trailblazers trail by 13. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Here's Parsons. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And Chandler Parsons, boy, he can really give you a whole lot of everything. Length, quickness, skills, can shoot, pass, rebounds, defend, the total package.
And back to Chandler Parsons. His versatility is so valuable to any scheme. We've now seen that in both Houston and Dallas. He gives you percentages and good production every time out.
He does, Kevin, but the one area where I'd like to see him improve is his physical strength. I mean, to take his game to the next level, he's got to be able to play through contact a little bit better. If he can do that, we're talking about a guy who could be a perennial all-star.
Here's Embiid, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. And there's the foul against Phoenix.
And looking at Joel Embiid, he has all the tools to be the game's next great center. He's raw, no doubt about that. And he'll have to overcome the injuries, but his combination of size, speed, agility, practically unparalleled.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Miller comes in for McCollum, and it's Frazier in for Lillard. And that one's good.
Defensively, I think they've got to do a better job of bodying them up.
Clearly, they've been outclassed in the paint, really at both ends of the floor.
Embiid the screen. There's the lob to the hoop. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Really hard to decide, guys, which was better. The pass, the catch, or the slam.
Clark, there's no wrong answer to that one, my friend. Sensational alley-oop all the way around.
Agreed.
And guys, you know what? You wouldn't know that they're the team that's actually trailing with how they were able to pull that play off.
Regarding Joel Embiid, what makes him even that much more unique as a young 7-footer, excellent shot mechanics and a feathery touch. In college at Kansas, he shot Greg 63% from the floor. Many of those were face-up jumpers.
And as the season wore on, he became money at the free throw line as well. Those are the kinds of unique attributes that make him an extra scary prospect.
Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Suns leading by 14. Now the feed to Weems. Back tonight. And it's Lure, top of the key. Here's Len, and he banks in the layup.
What a big-time mismatch it's been in the post. Where's the defensive adjustment? They're getting housed down there.
Something's got to change. A double team, maybe a substitution but this is getting out of hand.
Miller with a wide open look. Offensive rebound. Embiid, the pass to Frazier. Back to Embiid. Miller outside. Embiid sets the pick for Miller. Miller with another miss.
Boy, he's got a nice-looking stroke. That almost went in.
Yeah, and a lot of times he'll still knock those down no matter how good the D is.
Knight kicks to left. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Brandon Knight certainly can pass the orange.
Trailblazers trail by 18. The pass to Embiid. Looking to end the run. Rejected by Len. From 13. Second chance shot. And no problem for Warren as he finishes at the rim.
Guys, he's actually indefatigable. He never gives in, never gives up on a play, and that's what it takes to be a great offensive rebounder. You've got to be relentless.
There's Miller with the three. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
Nice stroke from long range, and if he keeps getting those opportunities, he better take them.
Knight into the lane. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for two. It goes on Ed Davis.
And guys, Brandon Knight really fits the mold of the new breed of NBA combo guard. He has the length and quickness to guard ones and twos, and his skill set allows him to generate offense both in transition as well as the half court.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Leonard, he's checked in for Joel Embiid. Sanders comes in for Davis. Al-Farouq Aminu, he's checked in for Miller. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for Frazier. And here's Aminu. A 17-point game for him in the win against New Orleans. Greg was talking about Brandon Knight. He'd really improved his shooting percentages before the midseason trade last year, and that was one of the bigger weaknesses, Clark, earlier in his career.
Yeah, not only was the shot going down more, it looked better. It was better mechanically, but now to take the next step, he has to cut down the turnovers.
Phoenix.
And the Suns call time.
You know, the Phoenix Suns played well overall last season, but they still couldn't match up against some of the teams in the West. Had a hard time with in-conference battles.
Tim Frazier's checked in for Portland.
You know what? A low percentage pass on that one, but sometimes it's worth the risk.
Well, that time the risk did not pay off because it was well defended.
1:51 left to play here in the half. Here's Weems, covered by Parsons. Len dishes to Knight. Suns moving the ball around. Leonard with the steal. Here's Parsons. It's deflected.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
And for the Suns last season, Greg, they ended with a record 21-31 against the Western Conference. It's something that you can point to, Greg, as a reason they failed to make the postseason.
Great point, Kevin. And the big problem for the Suns were the other Western playoff teams. Only went 8-22 against the top 8 in the West.
Here's Sanders. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. Sanders has got his second bucket tonight. Outside Knight. Tries from 16. In for another field goal. A sublime 9 of 14 on the night.
What a job he's doing here. I mean, his second quarter has been even better than his first, and that was pretty good.
Aminu, the pass to Parsons. Screened by Sanders. Knocked away. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Weems kicks to Knight. Feeds to Lure. Over to the wing. And it's Weems missing. Parsons outside. To the middle. Len grabs the board. Len's got 5 rebounds tonight. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Suns lead by 18. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome, everyone. We'll be taking a look back at what was clearly a one-sided first half of action. Ernie Johnson here with you. The first half was all about Brandon Knight. He had 20 points and 1 assist. He put last game's performance behind him, doing some nice. And that's going to do it for now as the second half is almost ready to get.
We're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. An exceptional performance from Brandon Knight.
That slasher mentality was on display in that first half. He got to the rim consistently.
Boy, I tell you what, he's got that great first step, and he must have had some quickness porridge or something because he looks a little faster today than normal.
Tucker and Morris holding the forward spots. Booker out there at Bledsoe. And it's Chandler in at the center. They're the group for Jeff Hornacek starting the second half.
And guys, what I like about Damian Lillard, very decisive with the ball in his hands, always in attack mode. He keeps it hopping, and he has a killer instinct in the clutch.
And stolen by Lillard. Ahead. And finished off by Parsons.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
You know, as soon as he recognized the height mismatch, he immediately pulled up for the jumper.
And Greg, that's just good basketball. Come on, good basketball there. Clean look from that range. He's got to take it.
Bledsoe against Lillard. Davis with a screen on Bledsoe. Just 5 on the clock. Chandler with the steal. By himself. That jam! I mean, just beautiful.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
Tucker, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
Kept alive, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. It's going to go on Markieff Morris. The Trailblazers have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them. Seems every season, Clark, you hear the same thing. Portland Trailblazers had to deal with some tough injuries.
Kevin, it appears as though it might actually be a curse. I don't like to use that word, but the history of this team and injuries is as unique as any in the league. Last year, no different.
And Bledsoe, here we go. Shots good. Bledsoe's got 8 points.
And the interior D is really starting to be exposed here. How many layups have they gotten today?
Lillard outside. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
And with the Blazers and injuries, even when they fought through pain, guys weren't at 100%. Aldridge wasn't quite the same with his hand injury.
Shots good by Bledsoe.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
And they just keep finding the open man.
Lillard dishes to Embiid. Back to Lillard. Banked in off the glass. Lillard's got 4 this quarter.
And losing Matthews for the season was huge too, guys. I mean, every team goes through injury woes and bumps during the course of the season, but the Blazers just seem to be, at least in the last half dozen years or so, hit very hard every year.
Bledsoe passes to Chandler. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Bledsoe's got assist number 10 tonight with that last one.
Nice pass there to set that bucket up.
And that's 10 of their last 12 points that have come off assists.
Lillard at... He has a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
Yeah,
wow.
That could very well be a contender for Dunk of the Year and perhaps might make its way all over the internet.
I tell you what, that is the crowd pleaser of all crowd pleasers.
To the paint, it's stolen by Davis. For the three. And it's Lillard again missing.
He's not exactly striping them from deep. He had 1 3 ball in the first half, still bageled in the second.
And it's Bledsoe off the drive. And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
One thing about Eric Bledsoe, he made it clear he wanted to be paid like an upper-tier player. And that led to quite a negotiation between he and the Suns last year. Ultimately, the two sides agreed to a 5-year, $70 million deal.
And Portland making a change here. Conley's checked in. Lillard with it. Now guarded by Bledsoe. Takes a three. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's Bledsoe. To the middle. Here's Chandler. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Sound offensively. Really no other way to put it here in the second half.
There's really no comparison between the teams in terms of the way they both shot the ball since the break.
And Lillard throws it down.
And folks, those are hops you just don't see from that one spot every day.
Well, that's why he is such an uncommon talent.
Yep, uncommon and unparalleled. I mean, he makes things happen out there for sure.
Here's Bledsoe. Portland grabs the miss. Lillard's got 4 rebounds in this game. Parsons attacking. Can't hit from in close.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
The turnaround. That's tipped. Out of bounds. Phoenix takes possession.
And looking now at the numbers for Lillard. Great showing for him last season. 13th in scoring, 16th in assists. Every time he went to the line, top 20 in free throw percentage.
Tell you what, he really saved this team's bacon in several games last year. And most dependable scores in the league, too.
Knight's checked in for Eric Bledsoe. Sanders checked in for Portland. Aminu comes in for Parsons. Screen by Sanders. There's a good screen. Here's Aminu, and he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot. Aminu's got 7.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Lillard with it. 19 points in the game. Chandler with the rebound. Chandler's got 6 rebounds in the game. And stolen by Vonleh. Pass to Aminu. There's the triple. Chandler with the rebound. Suns leading by 22. The pull-up. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. 17 points for Markieff Morris. For Portland, they've gone at a pretty good shooting pace. They're 6 of 13 from the field here in the third. Lillard against Knight. Stolen by Tucker. Feeds it to Knight. And Tucker has it in the corner. Morris trying to free himself up. A nice shot by Tucker. Tucker's got 11 points. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Suns.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, and another thing, they've created a lot of turnovers, but they've also been able to convert when they've gotten down in transition.
Stolen by Tucker. Here's Knight. Ball going up court. A nice shot by Booker. He's got 13.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a one-footer. Come on now.
And Lillard kicks to Aminu. Screen by Sanders. Aminu dishes to Sanders. Nails the baby hook.
Timeout. That'll be a Suns timeout.
Phoenix calls timeout. The Phoenix Suns weren't terrible at home by any means last year. They ended up over 500, but, Greg, they weren't quite dominant enough at home to get in the playoffs.
That's a great point. I mean, they finished the year +3 in terms of wins at home. Not bad, but not good enough when you're talking about that Western Conference.
Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. Alex Len's checked in for Chandler. Lure comes in for Morris. Warren's checked in for P.J. Tucker. And Sonny Weems subbed in for Booker. A three from McCollum, and that one's good. McCollum's got 7 points.
You know, when you talk about the Suns, their play at home sums up their season. When you are just above average in the West, you won't be in the playoffs. You've got to be really good at home to make it in the West in the playoffs.
No hesitation at all right there. Just right up against a much bigger defender.
Man, and I love that fearlessness, that aggressive attitude. Boy, I love watching guys play with that kind of abandon and freedom, Greg. It's a beautiful thing, man.
Back to Lillard. Takes the three. Can't hit. And Phoenix will come the other way.
And Phoenix had some turnover issues at home last year. But overall, and to drive this home, they just were okay here in this building, and that's not going to cut it.
The Suns have gone 6 of 9 at the line. Portland's gotten 1 of 6 three-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. And stolen by Knight. And oh, here we go, Knight. Nobody back. That's good. Knight's got 22.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second three of the game.
To the right side. Len, a screen. Here's Weems. He's got 5. Back to Knight. 6 to shoot. Len passes to Weems. Knight for 3. Portland grabs the miss.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it.
Oh!
Is there another player out there capable of moves as stunning as that?
A handful at the most. He is an elite company.
You know, he's got that it factor, no doubt about it. He causes excitement just by walking in the building.
Weems kicks to Len. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Knight uses the glass to finish the layup. Knight's got 4 points in the quarter.
He has really shot the ball extremely well, as you'd expect. Like we say, he's been making sweet string music all day long.
Knight against Lillard. Aminu dishes to Lillard. And stolen by Knight. And that one's good. Knight's got 26.
3 consecutive baskets have come right at the rim. The defense had better start buckling down and tightening up.
Guys, they are getting exposed in terms of their low post defense.
Weems' shot is good. Weems got 7 points in the game.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
It's Knight with the drive. Lure the pass to Knight. And Lure kicks to Len. Knight wide open. Portland grabs the miss. Lillard's got 6 rebounds here tonight. That one is stuffed right through.
How about the excitement right now that he's playing the game with? I love it.
He capped that dunk off with some serious hang time on the rim.
I tell you what, he just couldn't contain himself on that one.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
Yeah, can't be pleased with all these easy looks they continue to give up there in the paint.
No, I'm sure he's not, Greg. I mean, their defense is showing a lot of holes, especially down low. That's unacceptable.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Suns ahead, running away with it. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the 4th quarter. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the 4th. On the floor for Portland, they've got Vonleh. He's out there with Mike Miller. Frazier is out there with Myers Leonard.
He's always going to have a difficult time finishing when the defense is in his face like that.
Now Price. Here's the screen. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession.
Portland ball.
The Trailblazers shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field. Frazier misses the 3.
With the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in control of this game.
And no doubt about it, rebounding is an effort stat, folks. They've been more determined than their opponent thus far. Remember, for a long time, flopping was like the #1 concern in the NBA. I mean, it still happens a lot, but the rules have curbed it quite a bit. We have seen less and less flopping the last few years.
And Teletovic now top of the key. Shot clock at 5. Here's the 3. Goes back up. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
That's his first personal foul.
The first one falls. Some doubted how the flopping fines would have worked. Overall, there have been less egregious flops for the better in the NBA.
Yeah, and there will always be room for embellishment, but I like the fines because it really does minimize the number of extravagant flops. Guys have adjusted, and they're not laying down as much as they used to.
Miller, no luck.
That's what we call good defense in the paint, worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket.
No good from Price.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level. And they've looked terrific in transition today. That's had a lot to do with their success.
Boy, it certainly has. I mean, they've done a really good job recognizing anytime they've had the numbers advantage, and then they've taken advantage. We've seen it time and time again here.
Leonard on the wing. Frazier outside. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Tim Frazier.
The Suns have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. Now, here's Warren. Pass to Weems. Price against Frazier. Clock at 6. Kicks it to Warren. To the wing right side. Teletovic dishes to Warren. And not sure what he was thinking there. Portland's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Here's Frazier. Trailblazers keep it alive. Leonard kicks to Miller. From deep. That's good.
Add another triple to their second half total.
They came out of the break just dropping bombs and just not letting up at all.
Here's Price. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Dishes it to Vonleh.
And over the course of last season, and really the last decade, we have seen three-point shooting on the rise. Teams have been making the most of the efficiency of that shot, and it's a big part of successful offenses in the modern NBA.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Frazier the pass to Vonleh. Good, and it's Frazier who picks up the assist.
He could have forced a tough inside shot, but made a terrific kick out to find the open jumper instead.
Price dishes to Warren. Back to Price. And stolen by Vonleh. Fast break, here they come. Here's Frazier. Finished off the break.
And a great job of taking advantage of the steal there to get those easy ones in transition.
You know, that's exactly how you draw it up, Greg, on the board. I mean, good defensive work, aggressive play in the open court. Those two things are hand in glove when they work together.
Price kicks to Lure. There's a good screen. Shot clock at 6. And here's Price from beyond the arc. No luck. And it's Portland the other way. Here's Frazier. His three-pointers off the mark.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. Tyson Chandler. He's checked in for Phoenix.
Tyson Chandler.
Here is Frazier. That's tipped. And he lays it straight in.
He wasn't able to get his name in the score sheet in the first half. But he looks like he's starting to find his comfort zone here.
Chandler is screened. Price the pass to Chandler. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. It goes on Noah Vonleh.
You know, it hasn't always been the case in the NBA, but the parity is at a great spot right now. Every team can compete for a title or end up last in their conference, it seems. It's something the NBA wanted and ultimately now has achieved.
Harkless is checked in for Mike Miller. Price against Frazier. He dishes it to Harkless. He kicks it to Leonard. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. And speaking of NBA parity, it's impossible to go from last to first in a single year, but it can happen in a 3-year span.
And that's all you really want from a fan's perspective, hope. To illustrate the parity, all 4 teams in the conference finals from last year were different from the year before.
Price dishes to Warren. They set the pick. Back to Price. And Teletovic now top of the key. Can't make good off the pick.
High quality shot, just a little off there with the release.
And Greg, that has him SHHing, shaking his head. Tough miss that time.
Clark shoots off the screen, and there's Myers Leonard on the assist by Frazier. 6 points for Leonard.
That was an outstanding pick that gave him the room to bury the jump shot. Underrated, but not undervalued.
And here's Price.
And guys, you look over the history of the Defensive Player of the Year award, and it usually goes to big men. Big men get the blocks and clog up the paint, but before last season, the last 10 Defensive Player of the Year awards went to bigs. Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either, Greg. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. Markieff Morris is checked in for Mirza Teletovic. T.J. Tucker comes in for T.J. Warren. Booker, he's checked in for Sonny Weems. And it's Eric Bledsoe in for Price. Last year, we saw Kawhi Leonard win the Defensive Player of the Year award. Draymond Green was runner-up, and although he was a power forward, I I thought, Clark, he was defending on the perimeter quite a bit.
Yeah, he was. And, you know, it's only the 8th time out of 33 Defensive Player of the Year awards that's not been given to a big guy. So, well earned by Kawhi Leonard, and Draymond Green very easily could have won the award, too.
Feeling it. No doubt about it. He's definitely feeling it right now, shooting a terrific percentage from the field.
Here's Lillard, and it's off the back rim. No good.
You know what? Those are shots you just hate to miss when you get those kinds of bunnies on a possession.
Bledsoe against Lillard. And Bledsoe, here we go.
What a performance from Bledsoe. 12 points and a dozen assists. He's shown some flash with his passing and some grit with his board work.
Yeah, not a combination that too many players in our league possess.
As magical as the 2014 playoffs were for the Blazers, remember they beat Houston in that first round, that great shot by Lillard late to win it and move on. 2015, not as much. You know, Greg, they drew a very tough Memphis team, as you recall, in the first round.
Yeah, you often talk about styles making fights. Very similar in this series. They would go on to drop the first 3 games before being bounced, but still a good showing for a team that struggled mightily down the stretch with injuries.
Here's Weems. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Aminu's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Man, this fourth quarter has been tremendous. They have been exceptional from deep.
Yeah, a bunch of their points coming from long range here. A major barrage.
Bledsoe kicks to Weems. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Weems got 10 points in just the second half.
And, you know, just as you said, Portland didn't have enough to get by the Grizzlies in the first round. Ended up losing in 5 after taking 1 game, and that was game 4. Just had a hard time breaking down the Memphis defense.
Bledsoe outside. Over in the corner, Warren. He feeds it to Weems. Bledsoe against Lillard. And it's Bledsoe off the drive. It's tipped. Lillard misses. Phoenix has gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Chandler with a screen for Bledsoe. Terrific design on the pick foot. He lays it in. Bledsoe's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Another loss for the Blazers when they were the 4 seed, as you mentioned. As a franchise, they have lost in the first round every time they have ended up as the 4 seed. Not exactly a good position for them to be in.
Here's Lillard, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It goes on Eric Bledsoe.
And one thing about Damian Lillard, for as much as he handles the ball, for as much as he pushes the action, he doesn't turn the ball over. I mean, surprising for a young, aggressive point guard, but this guy plays wise beyond his years.
Bledsoe against Lillard. Bledsoe right side, and so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And for the past few seasons, Portland's bench has really been their Achilles heel. I mean, last year they showed some improvement. The reserves play stole the game for them on more than one occasion, but still wouldn't be considered a strength.
And for Portland, the bench still wasn't leaned on heavily for minutes. Greg was just talking about that, but they were in the top 5, Clark, in scoring efficiency, and they shot 45% from the floor on the year.
And what was a weakness for them in 14 was a strength for them in 15. And actually, they were their best down the stretch of last season.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Suns.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance, Clark. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC. No contest.
Yeah, I like that. And so with this, they'll end up with their 2nd win on the year.
And you always like to jump on your opponent early in the season series. this is just the first of 3 between these two teams, but a good win to go up 1-0 on the year against the Trailblazers.
And so many key players that you could point to tonight, but in particular, a great game for Eric Bledsoe. A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open.
Lillard outside. Here's the screen, looking to end his cold spell.
And he's clearly just disappeared here this quarter, not making any contributions here with his offense.
And, Greg, it's been hard to watch. I mean, you can see his frustration. He's actually looking forward to the end of this period so he can have a fresh start for the next one.
And he makes both free throws. The Blazers on offense. No good. Good D by
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey everybody, I'm Ernie Johnson, and trick-or-treating door-to-door with me tonight are Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Happy Halloween, everybody. It's very
Trick or treat, give me something good to.
Greetings, everyone. Hope you're all enjoying this. Happy Halloween. It's a special October 31st matchup in the NBA here on 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. It's Western Conference NBA action. The Portland Trail Blazers here at home The Suns beat them last time these two teams met in Phoenix.
You know, I don't like to use the word shock, but that was a shocking result for me. Nobody saw that one coming. To lose to that team was surprising enough, but to get blown out like that?
I know. I mean, I'm with you there. It just seemed as though they were sleepwalking their way through that entire game. It was, in my estimation, just inexcusable.
And now the opening lineup for Phoenix. Tucker and Morris holding the forward spots. Bledsoe is out there with Booker, and it's Chandler in at the pivot, manning the middle. Phoenix looked to be on the verge of making it back into the playoffs last season. Ultimately, though, Greg, they faltered in the second half of the year.
Yeah, it was a three-team race, and after coming up short in 14, the Suns had the edge early. As you said, Kevin, they simply couldn't keep things going in the second half of the season.
For the Phoenix Suns, they're coming off a good outing against the Trailblazers.
And the way they attacked the basket in that game was unreal. I mean, after a while, the defenders seemed to just wave the white flag.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, that's what will happen when a team continues to attack the basket and come away with layups. The defense tends to get demoralized and deflated.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Bledsoe outside. Morris a screen. Booker. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in.
Eric Bledsoe.
Booker's got his first 2 points of the night. Lillard dishes to Davis. Back to Lillard. Davis sets a screen. Lillard against Bledsoe. 6 to shoot. Embiid the screen. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
One thing about Ed Davis, guys, he has the physical tools to succeed. The agility of a gazelle and the wingspan of a condor or pterodactyl.
You know, Greg, getting back to Ed Davis, his abilities go beyond physical attributes, strong intangibles. Roy Williams always used to talk about him like this, high basketball IQ.
Yeah, second-generation NBA player. His father, Terry, played a long time. He's humble, he's hungry, and motivated. So a lot of key characteristics, I think, in the success of most players he displays here early in his career.
And Parsons gets it to go.
Well, I'd have to say Lillard is one of the game's best passers right now.
Suns have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Bledsoe with it. 17 points for him last game against Portland. Floats one up, and the layup is up and in.
4 or 5 shots have dropped for them already. Not a bad way to get things started.
Lillard outside. That 3 off the mark. Suns leading by 4. Bledsoe kicks it to Tucker. The shot is off, and the Trailblazers going the other way. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
Yeah, I had the chills watching that. It really was a nightmare defensively for them when you go into that building and get punished by some very hot shooting.
They didn't challenge the shooters. They didn't defend the shooters like they should have. And once the fans got into it and the arena started ramping up and cranking up, it was over.
Yeah, and right when you thought that shot was leaving his hands, he reinvents it.
Now Bledsoe. Morris a screen. And he uses the glass on the layup. Morris has got 5 points so far. Trailblazers trail by 4. McCollum kicks to Parsons. Pass to McCollum. That one rolling around and rims out.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
There's the screen. Bledsoe kicks to Morris. Can't get it to go. Now Portland takes it the other way. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Here's Lillard. No good. Excellent D there from Bledsoe. Suns leading by 4. Tucker the pass to Bledsoe. Morris a screen. Lets it go with the three. They get it back. And Embiid with the block. And so it looks like the Suns will retain possession here. Bledsoe kicks to Chandler. Good ball movement here by the Suns. The second chance effort. And Embiid pulls it down.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Now here's Bledsoe. Poked away. Now it's ended down to Doris Burke, who was able to talk with Jeff Hornacek.
Thanks, Kevin. He talked about the challenge defensively, going up against a team that can really execute. He said they're a team that makes the most of every single possession. They won't settle for tough shots. We have to make them take difficult shots, contested shots. Guys, let's see if they have what it takes.
Okay, thank you, Doris. What will you guys be looking for overall, defensively from this team, given they're facing such terrific shooters tonight?
It's going to have to be a total team effort, guys. I mean, you have to be ready to provide help defensively literally every moment you're on the floor.
Exactly. When it's a team that shoots it as well as they do, guys, I mean, one-on-one defense isn't enough. Everybody has to be tied together, rotating, helping, and very much aware of where the ball is.
Parsons attacking, and a wide open look for Sanders. On target from 13 feet. Sanders has got his first points of the night.
And they've gotten good looks, so that's one reason they're frustrated. Maybe he can come up with something to get them an easy one, maybe get to the line.
Yeah, that may be the answer for them. But you know what else, Greg? Ultimately, I think because they're getting good shots, they'll make a better percentage of them going forward.
Al Farouk Aminu, he's checked in for Embiid. Phoenix also making some changes. Len comes in for Chandler. And Lewis subbed in for Morris. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lillard. They set the screen. Passes it to Len. Just 5 on the clock. It's Knight with the drive. And he makes good on the layup. Knight's got his first points of the game.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Screen by Sanders. And he's going up for the alley-oop. The shot no good.
No. Oh, boy, that would have been a nice alley-oop.
Boy, really liked the thought on that play, but didn't quite get it executed. Almost made a spectacular play.
Lillard against Knight. Here's Lure. And the rejection by Sanders. McCollum kicks to Sanders. Lets the three fly. Lillard against Knight. Now here's McCollum. Defense right on him. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
Noah Vonleh, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. And then for Phoenix, T.J. Warren, he's checked in for P.J. Tucker. And Sonny Weems subbed in for Booker. Knight into the lane. They grab their own miss. One kicks to Knight. Feeds it to Weems. Back to Knight. There's the pick. The dish to Weems. Len a screen. Here's Knight. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low. And I really thought he would be.
At first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation. But, well, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
No good from 18.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Suns leading by 4. Portland was just fantastic at home last season. We expect that, though, of this team, Greg. 32-9. It was packed each game.
And Kevin, of that 32-win mark, how about that was the 4th best in the entire league? You don't win your division without winning at home, and Portland definitely took care of business.
Lillard.
Oh, wow.
That's a beautiful jam.
How about that? Flying high to send that one down. And you know what? When you've got the athleticism and explosion of a player like that, bigger guys are still at your mercy.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia. Portland's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Screen by Sanders. Lillard outside. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. And here comes the break. A nice shot by Knight. Knight's got 6 points.
I like the way he's not forcing anything, taking advantage of what the defense has given him. He's been a key contributor for them in this quarter.
Lillard outside. And good on the basket. Book it.
Shaked and baked with the crossover move, and that's what freed him for the score.
And got him on the wrong foot and then just blew by him.
And the Suns call time. Damian Lillard is a 2-time All-Star. He just keeps getting better and better, and I love his demeanor on the floor. He seems a lot older than he really is.
Yeah, he's got an old head, and he's got a very even-keeled disposition about him, which serves him well. He almost missed the All-Star game last season and was an injury replacement.
Ooh, and that dunk had some anger to it. I mean, usually he's content to just go up and get the finish with the soft touch.
Not that time. The big man looked like he had something to prove there.
Well, when it comes to finishing ability, he does have something to prove. He's been known to trick some layups here and there.
McCollum, no good.
And for Lillard, that motivation. And remember, he got cut from Team USA a couple summers ago in favor of Derrick Rose and Kyrie Irving. And Lillard calls it wood on the fire. Those things keep him focused and also hungry. And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
And remember, Lillard, the former Rookie of the Year, he's had his snubs, but also he's gotten some recognition. Even playing in the Pacific Northwest, he's got his own signature shoe now, and his star definitely on the rise. Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Knight into the lane. Lillard with the block. They retain possession. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. Leonard, he's checked in for Larry Sanders. Now, here's Warren. He's covered by Aminu. Here's Knight. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It goes on Noah Vonleh. And sometimes it feels like Brandon Knight is the Rodney Dangerfield of the NBA. The poor guy just doesn't get much respect.
Yeah, I agree with you, Kevin. Through the end of last season, he'd already been on 3 teams in 5 years. On one hand, it may be disrespectful, but teams recognize his ability, too.
And the dunk by Vonleh.
Fellas, that 2-hand monster slam was vicious.
I don't think there was anyone, and I mean anyone, that could have stopped him on that one.
I tell you what, I'm glad they didn't try, because somebody might have got their feelings hurt.
And the rejection by Leonard. They get it back. Took the opportunity when he saw it. And that's now 9 points for Brandon Knight.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
There's the pick. Stolen away, and now the Suns a fast break. And he gets it to go. Now it's a 5-point Suns lead. 1 second left. And oh, he hits the buzzer beat. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. The Suns on top, up 3. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter.
I was taught to, never let
I would say, Clark, we probably shouldn't expect to see Lillard starring in any reality shows about his personal life.
I think that would be accurate. I mean, Lillard is a young man who is all about taking care of his business and doing what he needs to be doing. I mean, his reality is trying to live up to the expectations for him in Portland.
Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Suns.
Guys, right from the start, it's been apparent they're determined to establish a presence in the paint.
Something else they've done a good job of tonight, right from the start, is penetrating and scoring.
Lillard at the point with C.J. McCollum playing the 2. Davis is out there with Myers Leonard. And it's Parsons in at the small forward. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
A signature slam right there from the big fella. How many of those have we seen before?
And he gets the bucket. Bledsoe's got his second bucket of the night.
The defender a little hesitant to offer resistance as he bursts to the hoop.
Lillard up top, guarded by Bledsoe. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
He's got so much junk in his trunk. He'll find a way to hurt you.
The Portland may have missed both of their free throws tonight. 0 for 2 so far. And easy 2 points on the layup. Bledsoe's got 6.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
And it's Davis missing.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Booker dishes to Morris. Lillard comes with the double team. The shot by Bledsoe. Nobody around. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Now it's a 5-point Suns lead. McCollum passes to Lillard. There's the 3. Portland no good that time either.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first. Yeah, I love the way they've looked really strong and together.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance.
The feed to Chandler. 5 to shoot. Shot from 12. And the rejection by Leonard. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off the shot. 24-second violation. Joel Embiid. He's checked in for Portland. Inside. Here's Parsons. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. And that's 11 points for Chandler Parsons.
Oh, maestro. He is so good at making those lead passes. Like conducting an orchestra.
Shot's good by Bledsoe.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Lillard against Bledsoe. Lillard attacking. Misses off the right iron.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
What a year for the Suns in terms of transactions. Started the season with Dragic and Thomas on the roster and moved them both, Clark, at the deadline.
And, most folks saw the Dragic trade coming after his disagreements with the team. The Thomas trade was a bit of a surprise, though.
And Bledsoe, here we go. Here's Morris. Can't connect from short range.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence.
And as you said, the Suns made a flurry of deals at the deadline. You knew they would move one guard, but ended up moving 2. Brought back 1 as well.
When the Suns made all those trades, you kind of figured there would be some adjustment, and they did fall off a bit. Still, they felt what they had wasn't quite good enough going forward, so they got a jump on rebuilding last year.
And Portland making a change here. Sanders is checked in. Embiid the screen. Lillard attacking. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
And so he draws the foul on the shot on trip to the line to shoot 2.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
And Morris drops them both.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Boy, it certainly appears to be the case, Greg. I mean, they've spent a lot of time at the foul line this quarter, and that's the result of attacking the rim and being physical. Some hang time on that rim puts a little whipped cream on that angel food cake there.
It's a tight ball game, and those displays of strength, Clark, can get one team rolling.
Agreed.
And also the other on its heels. Let's see how this one turns out. And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Time-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, it's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yep, he's on the money, that's no doubt. That's good.
You know, as soon as he recognized the height mismatch, he immediately pulled up for the jumper.
And, Greg, that's just good basketball. Come on, good basketball there. Clean look from that range. He's got to take it.
Embiid the screen. Parsons attacking. Sanders high post. The pass to McCollum. Portland needs to get off a shot. Sanders' shot is off. Suns leading by 4. Here's Bledsoe. And Booker kicks it to Tucker. Second shot opportunity. And Embiid with the block. Pass to Parsons. Hits the jumper in space. Parsons got 16.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
And there's Lillard. That's good on the assist from Parsons. Parsons got 3 assists tonight. Dishes to Tucker. Sanders with the steal. Parsons outside. The 3. And another 3 for Portland.
This switch has definitely been flipped to on this quarter, guys.
Suns trail by 3. Kicks it to Tucker. To the wing on the left. Here's Morris. And again, it's the Suns missing.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
Parsons outside. Back to Sanders. Uses both hands to slam it down.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that 2-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim. And he clearly doesn't like what's going on out there right now.
Would you? I mean, how could he like what's happening? Really had to take a time out there and try to figure out a way to derail their momentum.
And the Suns call time. Noah Vonleh, he's checked in for Portland. Aminu comes in for Chandler Parsons. Some changes for Phoenix. Plan a screen to the inside to halt the run, and the layup is good. Len's got his second bucket of the night.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Lillard has been playing really well. He's got 19 points and 6 assists.
And we're seeing him at his very best today. Just really a joy to watch.
Well, I know I'm thoroughly enjoying it because he's amazing when he's on top of his game like this. He has such terrific form and consistency on his free throw. Beautiful to watch.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Trailblazer lead is cut now to just 3 on the bucket from Brandon Knight. Portland's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Lillard dishes to Aminu. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got his 7th assist in the game.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run. And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G.A. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting them get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
And he's been the catalyst all game long. Love how he's distributing the basketball.
No doubt about it, Greg. I mean, when the offense runs through him, it's really smooth.
That's good.
Playing smart offensively in the first half no doubt about it.
Yeah, the numbers support it. I mean, they're shooting the much better percentage from the field so far.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
And Lillard gets double-teamed. Here's Sanders. Cullen passes to Lillard. Here's Sanders. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket. Sanders has got the lead up to 8 now for the Trailblazers. The Suns shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one. Here's Knight. Again, the miss by Knight.
Damian Lillard, guys, much improved defensively. He went from a liability at that end of the floor to now being one of the better defensive point guards in the league.
Conley kicks to Aminu. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Suns trail by 8. Knight dishes to Weems. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. And for Lillard, improving defensively is really a focus for him. He heard the criticism. He's taken action.
He's so good running pick and roll. A big focus was defending that play. Learning to fight through screens, lock and trail. That makes a big difference. Sometimes it's just technique because we know these guys are world-class athletes.
Leonard, he's checked in for Sanders. Three-pointer, Lillard. Shot is off. The Suns go the other way with it. And stolen by Lillard. He kicks to Aminu. Offline with his three. The Suns shooting 47% from the floor since the end of the first quarter. Knight into the lane. Tries from 10. Got a piece of it. And now Portland on the break. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
And he converts the layup. Knight's got 13.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Lillard with it, now defended by Warren. Here is Lillard. He's coming off a 28-point game against Phoenix. Clock at 6. He dishes it to Leonard. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. Suns trail by 10. Outside Knight. Lillard with the block. An even 3-on-3 break. Up top, Leonard, guarded by Len. Leonard, no luck.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
There's 49 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And for Noah Vonleh, last season came in as a heralded freshman out of Indiana. Some people thought he might crack the top 5 in the draft, but after some shaky late workouts, he fell all the way to 9.
Well, Greg, in watching Vonleh, you can see he has the size and range to be a difference maker. Excellent rebounder, big hands. Clark, you've talked about that. Simply working on refining his skill set at this point.
Yeah, and it's a matter of work ethic with him because I think the tools are there. Work ethic and experience, and I think this kid is going to be a nice front court player for a long time.
And an open path to the hoop there. Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today.
Pass to Warren. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Got a hand on it, and he's able to get it back. And stolen by Vonleh. Nobody near Lillard. Hits it from 3-point range. Lillard's got 24 points.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
Knight.
So whistle as I pull out in my Rolls Royce. Yellow bone passenger, they see it, they say, oh boy.
Trailblazers leading by 13. Our second half of basketball and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. Tucker and Morris holding the forward spots. Booker out there with Bledsoe. And it's Chandler in at the center, locking down the middle. Bledsoe passes to Morris. And Davis sends it back. Three-pointer, Lillard. Morris with the rebound. Suns trail by 15. Inside, here's Booker. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Booker's got 6.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That's his first foul.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
About 1 minute played here in the second half. And the wide open shot from Morris. Another 3 for Phoenix.
You know, what an advantage he brings to this offense, guys. I mean, being able to drain the 3-ball, that really can spread a defense and extend the defense as well.
And he gets it to go. 21 points for Chandler Parsons.
Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break really gave him a second win.
Lillard against Bledsoe. He feeds it to Booker. Stolen by McCollum. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Nobody near Parsons. The three-pointer off the mark. Suns trail by 12. Bledsoe kicks to Booker. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. Booker's got 4 points in the quarter.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Out to the right wing. And Lillard gets double-teamed. Chandler against Embiid, and that one's good. That's now 26 points for Lillard.
A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
Down low, here's Booker. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Just a positive force right now for these guys, and though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
McCollum dishes to Parsons. Embiid sets the pick for Parsons. Good work defensively by Morris.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
Portland did a lot of things right last year in their 51-win season. The one constant for them was how they played defense.
You know, Kevin, they were good all season long in terms of staying focused on that side of the ball. Really made sure to challenge every shot, and with their length and reach, they should be a factor defensively. Yeah, not afraid of the physical play, but he still needs to stay under control.
Yeah, he obviously was not under control right there. Not much doubt he was going to get whistled for the over-the-back call.
And clearly Jeff Hornacek wants to talk it over.
Yeah, you know, as you said, Portland challenged every shot last season. They were a top 10 team in limiting opponents' shooting percentage. They were also best in the league in limiting three-pointers.
And Lillard throws it down.
And what a beautiful way to polish off that sequence. Just strong and attacking the rim.
That just puts a little more momentum on their side, don't you think?
Absolutely.
The defense got to tighten up now. I mean, you can't have the opposing point guard throwing down on you like that.
There are a lot of different approaches on defense. Portland challenged shots and didn't make risky plays. They were last in turnovers forced last year, but overall, they had a strong defense.
And the basket by McCollum. McCollum's got 10 points in the game.
Worked that one inside nicely.
Suns trail by 11. Bledsoe outside. Passes it to Morris. It's stolen by Davis. Parsons outside. Feeds to Embiid. Good work defensively by Morris.
All the defender had to do there was just stay close to him, and he did.
No good from Booker. Portland leading by 11. Lillard the pass to Davis. His three-pointers off the mark. Phoenix has gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Here's Bledsoe. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
The dish to Davis. The feed to McCollum. From outside the arc. Rebound by the Suns. Chandler's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Bledsoe outside. To the paint. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. Well, the Phoenix Suns came up short in their playoff hopes again last year. They went 17-24 Clark on the road, and that didn't help them out.
Not at all, and you factor in a 6-game road losing streak to end the year. That pretty much closed the door on postseason for them.
Sanders checked in for Portland, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lillard.
He tried to squeeze past the defender, but ran out of room.
And so here's Phoenix. Bledsoe kicks to Booker, and the pass to Morris. Out of bounds, Portland takes possession.
And looking now at the numbers for Lillard. Great showing for him last season. Last year averaged 21 points per, 6 assists and 4 rebounds. With him, you get so much, but his ability to lead the way with his scoring, probably his best attribute.
An offensive powerhouse. He can just beat you in so many ways. Got to give it up for him. Much love.
And the Suns making a change here. Knight's checked in. They grab their own miss. Here's Davis. Kicks it out to Parsons. Pass to McCollum. Back to Parsons. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Davis sets a screen. An open look for Lillard. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Lillard's got 6 here in this quarter.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
That one's in there. The Trailblazer lead is cut to just 7 on the basket from Brandon Knight.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
Lillard misses.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And Tucker has it in the corner. Fires from deep. Yes, and Knight with the assist that time. Knight's got assist number 5 here tonight.
He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
Lillard against Knight. Lillard attacking. And Sanders kicks to McCollum. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
You know, I think when you've got somebody that open on the perimeter, a good shooter, the kickout's the only choice.
Dishes it to Tucker. Back to Knight. Chandler is screen. Booker with it. Now defended by McCollum. Beyond the arc. That's good. And now a 9-point Trailblazer lead. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for the Trailblazers.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And also, I've been extremely impressed with their interior D. Their rim protection has been as good as it gets.
Trailblazers leading by 7. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That's foul number 2 for him.
Careless play for him. That's 3 turnovers now in the quarter. He's got to do better.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Aminu's checked in. And then for Phoenix, Len comes in for Chandler. And it's John Lure in for Markieff Morris. Off the pick. The shot by Knight, no good.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
Lillard dishes to Aminu. Right side Davis. Shot clock at 6. Len grabs the board.
Tell you what, man, looks as though the light has officially gone on for Ed Davis. I mean, he drifted around a bit over his first 5 seasons, but he made real strides last year. There's been a change in his game compared to what we saw in the first half. I mean, he's scoring with a lot of confidence now.
Aminu, the pass to Parsons. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Parsons.
A chance here, Kevin, to check out how the Trailblazers ranked in the NBA last season. First in free throw percentage. Second in rebounding. And they were top 10 in opponent field goal percentage. That's a good indicator of a team getting it done defensively.
And don't forget how special they were at the foul line. Sometimes that can be an underrated stat, but they were tremendous, and it definitely seals some wins down the stretch.
And Portland making a change here. Leonard's checked in. A shot by Knight, no good. Going back to Ed Davis, his rebounds, field goal percentage were way up last year. He's finally developed the strength to anchor inside.
He just needs to keep.
He finished for us there, man. That was sweet.
And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
What athleticism. That was an incredible.
Here's Knight. 17 points in the game. Floats one, and the rejection by Leonard. That one's in there. The Trailblazer lead is cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Len. Left side, Leonard. Len grabs the board. Len's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Knight kicks to Warren. Takes it from 10, and it's Portland with the rebound. Sanders has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Lillard attacking. Kicks to Aminu. Second shot opportunity, but they recover it. Leonard dishes to Lillard. Parsons outside. Here's Aminu. And Sanders kicks to Lillard. Stolen by Len. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. Here's the 2K leaderboard with last season's best free throw shooting teams. Number 1, the Trailblazers.
You know, they made that a point of emphasis a season ago. I mean, they spent a lot of time in practice drilling their free throws, and I think it really paid off with the best percentage in the league.
Lonley's check in for Sanders, and he's good on the second.
And, well, Portland had another strong season against the rest of the West. Ended up with a record of 31-21 in the conference, and that was good enough to earn them the 4th spot in the West.
Suns trail by 3. Weems' shot is good. Weems got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
Now here's Parsons. Defense right on him. He kicks to Lillard. To the right side. Aminu, the pass to Vonleh. Off on the layup.
That is prototype rebounding right there. He gets the position down low, boxes out, and then corrals.
And the jam by Sonny Weems.
Now that was pretty. That was just a nice looking reverse jam right there.
Use the rim, Clark, to protect the ball, I think, too, a little bit.
Yeah, did a nice job with it.
And guys, how about the awareness there with that finish in traffic?
Parsons dishes to Lillard. And Parsons kicks to Lillard. And Lillard gets double teamed. Out left to the wing. Leonard against Len. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
Oh, no, you hate to see that. Those are just the kind of errors that can cost you in a game like this.
Eric Bledsoe's checked in for Phoenix. 27 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. He dishes it to Warren. They set the pick.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots at the game right here. He's off on the second. Bledsoe against Lillard. And here's Leonard from three. Len grabs the board. It's Knight with the drive. And the release was before the buzzer. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Phoenix ahead, leading by just 2. From Portland, we're back in a moment. And welcome back to the second half of our Halloween broadcast. Lillard at the point with C.J. McCollum playing the 2. Embiid is out there with Van. And it's Aminu in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Trailblazers trail by 4. Lillard the pass to Embiid. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
It's as if the defenses have just given up.
Yeah, you know, the pace has only picked up the deeper we've gotten into this game, which is remarkable. It speaks to the endurance and stamina of these teams, and it's also been a lot of fun to watch. All of the scoring in tight is coming at that end of the court.
You know, they found the holes in the defense and really doing a great job of exploiting them.
Chandler with the steal. Here's the break. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Tries to keep it alive. And so it looks like the Suns will retain possession here. Davis is checked in for Portland. Booker, he's checked in for Phoenix. One minute now into this fourth quarter. Pass to Morris. Just 5 on the clock. Off target with the open look.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Now here's Embiid. Guarded by Tucker. Puts up the baby hook. Embiid, no good.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence.
All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Suns.
When they've had a chance to attack the basket at any point in this game, they've taken advantage.
Another thing they've done tonight is work the ball into the paint for plenty of those close-range points. You got to have those.
And Booker kicks to Bledsoe. No one near him. And it's Portland with the rebound. Embiid's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Lillard with it. Eric Bledsoe covering. And it's McCollum in the corner. Will not go. This is off the front iron. And Phoenix pushing it up now. Here's Bledsoe. It's deflected. McCollum with the ball. Good work defensively by Morris. Booker dishes to Bledsoe. Morris kicks it to Tucker. And he lays it straight in. And the Suns lead by 9. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. McCollum with the ball. Working on Booker.
Take a look at what McCollum's done. He has 15 points, and he's done a good job distributing the ball as well.
And you can't really place a value on what that means to a team. His passing has really helped their cause.
Phoenix had a season of heartbreak last year. So many losses for them on last-second shots. Late-game losses, Greg, buzzer beaters.
Yeah, it's sad if you're a Phoenix fan. How many times this team lost at the buzzer? Just close games in general. Of their 42 losses, how about 18 were by 5 points or less?
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the boards.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game.
You know, trying to think back on all of the last-second losses for the Suns last year, guys. Heck, the Clippers, Milwaukee, Houston, the Grizzlies, Kings, and Warriors. Ouch.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
And, you know, what is worse for the Suns and last year's buzzer beaters? A lot of them were from big men. Griffin hits a 3. Cousins hits a deep 2. Big men hitting big shots against them. At least they know it can't be as bad this year. He's been a different guy here in the second half. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
He feeds it to Lillard. And Lillard gets double-teamed. Davis, the pass to McCollum. Lillard dishes to Embiid. Here's Aminu. Here's Davis. Morris with the rebound. Morris has got 7 rebounds in the game. And Tucker kicks to Chandler. And he overshot that one, missing. Trailblazers trail by 11. Embiid the screen.
That's the stroke we saw in the first half.
Phoenix has gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Here's Bledsoe. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And the thing about Eric Bledsoe, he's an absolutely terrific athlete. Insane athletic ability, his speed with the ball, especially Greg in the open court. Remarkable.
Yeah, and when he gets a full head of steam, look out. He goes beast mode, if you will, on the basketball floor. He really, truly is like a running back in the open field.
Sanders checked in for Embiid. Suns leading by 8. Now Bledsoe. Inside, Chandler kicks to Morris. And the rejection by Sanders. Here's McCollum. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. The Suns have gone 6 of 13, so just above 46% on their field goal attempts here in the quarter. Morris with the ball. Al-Farouq Aminu covering. Chandler kicks to Bledsoe. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. And the Suns miss again. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Pass to McCollum. There's the triple. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Now just a 5-point Suns lead. The Suns shooting about 43% here in the fourth quarter. To the middle. It's deflected. Stolen by McCollum. Three-pointer. Phoenix grabs the miss. Bledsoe's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Booker dishes to Tucker. Aminu grabs the miss. Aminu's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Screen by Sanders. Here's McCollum. Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
A different look now for Portland. Parsons checked in for Aminu. Miller comes in for McCollum, and it's Frazier in for Damian Lillard. Bledsoe outside. And it's good. Bledsoe's got 22 points.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Here's Frazier. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
I mean, you never expect to get opportunities that easy coming down the stretch of a tight game.
Tucker the pass to Bledsoe. Morris a screen. Here's Booker. And to the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last. Shot clock at 5. Chandler. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Kevin, I tell you what, when he gets to the rim like that, he's really hard to stop.
Yeah, he can get up a few notches higher. There's no doubt.
And that's how the game is played on the inside. You can play over the top. You've got a great advantage.
Davis setting the pick for Miller. Stolen by Bledsoe. And Phoenix pushing it up now. Finished off the break. And now a 9-point Suns lead.
That's a pretty serious blow, guys. I mean, they are showing they want this game more, staying active defensively and putting up some quick points.
And if they keep up this intensity over the last few minutes of this game, it's nearly impossible to have a comeback against them.
Phoenix has gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. And here's Miller outside. It's hauled in by the Suns. They've led by as many as 11 points.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Morris with the bucket.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And, Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense keeps giving up easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long.
Sanders in the post. He's guarded by Chandler. The shot by Frazier, no good. Phoenix leading by 7. Bledsoe with it. Now guarded by Parsons. Bledsoe against Parsons. And it's Bledsoe off the drive. The Suns need to get a shot off. Morris, no good. And for the Trailblazers, they're shooting 44% in the fourth. The offense with some ups and downs. They get it back in the corner. Parsons with it. Frazier outside. Davis sets a screen. Frazier kicks to Parsons. It's Miller on the wing. Feeds to Sanders. Chandler with the steal. Parsons against Bledsoe. There's the dish to Tucker. The pass to Chandler. To the paint. 11 feet away. And Davis sends it back. Here's Miller. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And they definitely have the edge in those fast break points.
Greg, they sure have. I mean, maybe it hasn't helped put them in front, but they're clearly better off playing up-tempo basketball.
Timeout called, the Suns.
And I think taking a time here to talk things over is a smart idea.
One of the things you want to do is make sure everybody is clearly on the same page with the game plan. And sometimes you need a timeout to make sure that's the case.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Yes, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Jeff Hornacek as he addressed his team. He told the players, let's put our foot on them and keep them down. We've got them exactly where we want them. I want to see you guys slow the pace, use the clock, and stay away from any silly fouls.
And thank you, Doris. And now Portland on the break. And here's McCollum for 3. Hangs, and Chandler sends it back. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession. A minute 42 left in the fourth quarter.
And we've seen them come out and be much more active defensively this half.
Davis sets a screen. Lillard against Bledsoe. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Off target from three-point range.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
On up the court. To stop the drought. And it's going to be a 3-second call. 1:11 left in the fourth quarter. Lillard dishes to Davis. A clear look for Sanders. Count it! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3. Phoenix has gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Booker in the corner. It's good!
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
The game has come down to this.
Ginormous possession here.
What intensity. The feed to McCollum. Trying to find Davis. He's got it now. Money!
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, you got the lead. Burn some clock here.
Smart move.
Yeah.
And it's still within reach.
But they have to be really close to perfect from here on out. I mean, they have to get their offense right on target, right on point immediately. Boy, and just look at what Damian Lillard is doing.
Timeout called. The Suns. Bledsoe against Lillard. Bledsoe outside. No good.
And they had a foul to give, but you want to use it on the ground.
Yeah, I agree with you there, but at least they did get the clock stopped. That is the one saving grace of that situation.
He drops the first one, and that gives them the lead. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a two-point ball game.
Ice in the veins right there. They're one stop away from winning this thing.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. They're losing by 2. Just 4 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
They simply need a basket here, Kevin. With this much time left, I'd attack the basket and try to get something in the paint.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot. No good. And so it's Phoenix who scrape by with the win. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And, Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take. A ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when...
Well, Brandon.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Eric Bledsoe.
A ton of his points were coming inside tonight. It really speaks to how aggressive he was in this game. If there was a path to the hoop.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this.